Ooh, fantastic. All right, hey guys, I hope that you're doing okay today. So I've decided I'm going to make it a weekly thing for us to talk about these cards because there's so much that we all need to know. There's so much. So I might as well incorporate them all into our conversations. Yes. And if you ever need any personal guidance, personal tarot cards for yourself, because this is a societal card, feel free to contact me. I'm here for you. Me and so many other individuals in this world are on your side, okay? Woo woo! What's up, Fanny? So today, our societal card is going to be powers of attraction. So most of us already know about the law of attraction. If you don't know, very briefly, the law of attraction states that whatever it is that you want, you put out there and it shall come back to you. All right, law of attraction in 3 seconds. And so the power of attraction is a little different. It basically says that you are in the middle of creating something completely different. You're in the middle of creating something new. We are in a time of transfiguration, transformation, We're shedding off everything that we need, that we no longer need, my apologies. And so we're creating a completely different being, whether that not that's a phoenix, a dragon, some amazing being. This is what we are in this for. Power of attraction, whatever it is that you have decided that you want to manifest in this world, it is on your side and it is coming your way. So you need to have faith in yourself and continue to do what it is that you feel like you need to create at this time. If you haven't started already and you've got some great ideas, you need to get your ideas out there. Okay? We are all waiting for you. So that is your card for today. And ironically enough, we are going to talk about manifestation. I know you hear everyone talk about manifestation here and there and whatnot. It's because it's so important. It's because you all have so much more power than you like to think that you do. And so, we're going to talk about how to manifest. How to manifest really anything that you want because we have so much power. Anyone can manifest. Quite literally anyone. You just have to allow yourself to condition your mind in doing so. We have been conditioned and retrained for a very long time. And it's important for you to understand why. Okay? So I like to think that there are 3 very important things to manifestation. That is believing, perceiving, and the actual form of manifestation. I know you saw a lot of fingers there. I was like, guess this isn't working today. But no, believing, perceiving, and then manifestation. So whenever you have any kind of idea, you need to understand that you need to believe in this idea. Don't just say, I want this and I want that. And what if I don't get it? What if I don't get that? You need to believe. 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 When you have faith in something, when you know for a fact that something is the way it is, that is how you need to manifest your ideas and your thoughts. Start believing in yourself, believing in your dreams, believing in whatever it is that you want. You need to believe it as if it's always been there. Then you need to perceive it. The more you condition yourself and recondition yourself into believing this thing that which you want to produce, that which you want to birth into this world, you will eventually start perceiving it. It becomes second nature because you're continuously reminding yourself, oh yeah, this is that. This is what's going to happen. This is what is. And so on and so forth. And it's important for you to understand that because that is exactly how we're being conditioned all the time. The only thing is that we don't think about it that way. We just see it as life. And why do we see it as life? Most of the time because we don't question it. Especially when you're with kids and you expect everyone to basically guide you through life. And you learn about a lot of important things, including religion. In this society, religion is a very huge thing. And so a lot of principles and morals of religion itself is thus impacting your state of mind. And so for a very long time, most of us don't really question. And if we do question, it's still like, well, this is the reason why, because this is a religious principle. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with religion. I'm simply stating that this is a very prime example to how ideas are manifested. Okay? It enters your mind as an idea. You begin to believe it and believe it and believe it. Eventually becomes your perception of how life is, of how life should be. And then it becomes manifested all by itself. Do you know why? Because of influence. And that's the third step to manifestation. You believe that thing, that which you want. You perceive it, see it as real life. That is your internal perception, is also your internal manifestation. And the third step, manifestation, is when it becomes an external idea. And how does that happen? Influence. Influence. Where have all these religious sects gotten these ideas? How has it influenced so many different minds? Because it gets passed on. Oh, don't worry about rationalizing this, because we'll teach you at a very young age the fundamentals, the principles of this specific religion. And from one person to another, it gets influenced into your mind. It turns into a belief system. It turns into your perception. And thus it becomes the manifestation itself, because now you have a massive amount of people believing the same thing. So the key to manifestation, you need to first allow yourself, convince yourself of this thing that is being created, molded, and manifested by your being. Believe it and then perceive it as real life. And then you need to convince other people. I know that sounds really crazy. Why would I convince other people of my ideas? Are you kidding me? This entire world is all about convincing other people. All about it. Before, stars become super big in life, they convince everyone else around them that they are big, that they are famous, that they are important. I can go on and on and on. Money is a very common conception of it. Yeah, money is, that thing that we need in order to exchange, in order to buy the things that we need, in order to sell things, in order to, survive, because it has started out as a belief. But after, things such as gold and silver. Gold and silver also came after the bartering system. The bartering system was a very common system of exchange in currency. And after a while, people were like, we don't really know if this is going to work out so well, because a lot of people are in disagreement on how much their things are really worth compared to others. And we don't know. Let's go straight to, all the shiny stuff. Then they're like, oh, don't know if we have enough shiny stuff to go around. Let's try brownie points. Well, let's not call it brownie points. That would just make things weird. So we're gonna call it money. And now we've got, paper, we've got the minerals, and we've got something called liquid currency, which is really the kind of currency that you can't really see, but it's on all of our devices. Brownie points. Absolute brownie points. But it started out as a belief that it would be a very important form of exchange for our political and economic system, and then became manifested because they convinced everyone, like, hey, this would be a grand idea to start buying, to start selling, investing, and saving, all this stuff. I mean, tangibly, you can't exactly use these things to survive, but it still works, all right? So use it as you will. And that's basically how it goes, guys. Every and any person can manifest whatever it is that you want. If you have a grand idea that you want to manifest, believe it, perceive it, and convince everyone else to think that it is a grand idea, that it is something that we truly need. Now, for a very long time, what has been the biggest influence factor on society? Fear. How are you going to tame a massive amount of people if they're all just chill, doing their own thing, they know what they want, everyone's Gucci, and they're asking questions too? How are you going to convince them? You can't. You have to make sure that people are vulnerable enough to need whatever it is that you want to introduce out there. I'm not telling you to, give people fear, because we don't need that for our society anymore. People are already in enough fear. People are already vulnerable enough, and they need the kind of guidance in order to get themselves to a better place. Now is the perfect time. How are you going to do that? Get your ideas out there. Power of attraction. People are vulnerable right now. Don't manipulate them, guide them. What great ideas do you have in this world? Think about that, because you have a lot more power than you really think. A lot more power. Get yourself out there. Talk to people, understand what they need, understand why they're vulnerable, and don't use that. Don't take that as an advantage and try to crush these people, because there's a lot we need. We all need to build up and become stronger. Speaking of stronger, Kiana Lynn in my last comment, in my last video, had asked me about the third eye, or at least she commented about it because she wants to learn more about it. So, to you, Kiana, there are a lot of sources on the third eye, but I will give you a very small synopsis of it. The third eye is one of the main chakras in our body. Chakras are medians that connect the body and the soul. And so the third eye is actually located right here in this general area, really, and it is involved with the psychic connection. Now, when we say psychic connection, we're really talking about all the realms at which we exist in. We're not just physical beings, we're metaphysical beings. A lot of people like to connect the third eye itself with the divine realm, which involves the divine realm, yes, as well as so many other realms out there. It's about being opening a spiritual eye that allows you to see everything, allows you to clear yourself of all the BS and understand, just knowing that there is more out there, and understanding that we are the connected sources. We have so many different strings attaching us to everything, we just can't see it. Our third eye can, definitely. Speaking of our third eye and knowing, I've had this thought recently about our senses, which is also tied into how we are conditioned in society. So we tend to talk a lot about the five senses: sight, touch, smell, hearing, and taste. Now, these five senses are very physical senses, but they are also very metaphysical senses. A lot of people think that there's like, let me see if I can do this. Oh, sixth sense. No, it's not working. Oh well. A lot of people think that there is a sixth sense out there, and that sixth sense is basically the connection to the spiritual realm in a way of like being some sort of medium. I disagree with that. I definitely think that our five senses are meant for us to be metaphysical, as in we sense all of these things, smell it, taste it, see it, touch it, and so on, physically, but also spiritually, also in the other realms that which we are a part of. We are mediums to a multitude of realms. So what would the sixth sense be? Because I do believe that we have a sixth sense. I think that our sixth sense is knowing, because our mind is beautiful, it is powerful, it is the medium for all of these things at which we are. That's amazing. So, how is it that the sixth sense would be knowing? Well, physically, we tend to learn a lot. And by, inputting more information within our system, we can know, we can remember facts and whatnot. Now, on a spiritual level, when we know, sometimes we just know information without even realizing where it comes from. Sometimes we might hear it, sometimes we might see it. Other people like to reason that with us, mediating information on the other side. I think that that's us knowing. That I think that that's us actually stimulating our brain and just pulling out information that we are already connected to. That third eye stuff. I believe that we really do have six senses. And I think that the reason why we don't have this sixth sense, the knowing sense, really out there, A, because it could be abstract, but B, also because we live in a society that doesn't want you to really think, to really ask questions, to really create, to really manifest the way that we truly have the power to do so. And so I'm just throwing that out there. Take it as you will. And I believe that's about it that I have to talk about today. I just wanted to let you know that you are so much more powerful than you think that you are. I'm tossing these hints to you here and there, here and there. And if you ever want to know any more information about, how this world works, or what's going on the other side, I give you little pieces of perceptions through my blogs on Nonnaheals.com. And I also provide so many more things for you. Sorry, I was choking up on that for a minute. But we're here for you. We want you to succeed, to be yourself, to thrive, to love. You are made for so, so, so much more. And never forget that. Now go out there and start manifesting, because it's about that time. Okay? So you all have a blessed evening. Please do like and share this video to anyone who really just needs to know that there's so much more in this world. Not enough people know their own value. And we have to continue to spread that. 2 days in a row, we're so lucky. Thank you, Fanny Floyd. Also, if you are a member on Facebook, check out Fanny Floyd's writing. Her writing is so beautiful. It is so expressive. It is just wonderful. And she talks in depth a lot about astrology and really what's going on and how the universe around us tend to affect us on even a daily basis. So always be curious to learn, figure out what it is that you want to create, what you want to birth into this world, and just go for it. You've got this. Okay? Believe, perceive, and manifest, as in convince the public, because we're bigger. All right, guys, have a great evening. Mwah.